Here are 6 steps to help your child through their quarter life crisis in 2026. Yes, we're getting to the end of the year, and if you're seeing that your adult child is just not fulfilled or stagnant or somehow just not making the progress that they want to be making, then this video is for you. As parents, we always want the best for our kids, but it's hard when they're adults. So in this video, I want to cover the 6 steps that I would take if I were the parent of somebody going through a quarter life crisis. Okay, so here we go. The first thing that we need to understand, step 1, is that they are not lazy. They are just misaligned. That is so important to understand. You've seen them achieve great things. They got through school, they got through college, they even got a job. That's fantastic, right? So we know that they're not lazy. They're just not feeling aligned to what they're doing. And that's keeping them stuck. So that's the first thing that we need to know. So the second step is to help them reconnect with who they really are. And this is vital because somewhere along the way, they got lost, they got stuck, and they're, again, out of alignment. So the best way to do this is to not give advice, is to ask them to write a letter from their future self. So let's say they're 28 years old and they're stuck. Ask them to write a letter from their 33-year-old self to their 28-year-old self. And suppose everything went great. What advice would that 33-year-old give? That's important. And they may have to do this a few times because different things will come up. I always recommend it after a walk, a workout, or some kind of exercise, because that's when the juices are really flowing and they're more likely to come up with good answers. The third thing that we can do to help them is to help them understand what's draining them. There's something that's draining. It could be the boss. It could be the job. It could be a relationship. There's some undercurrent of something that's draining them that's making them feel stuck. And this is a great thing for them to journal about as well, is to write down the things that they feel are draining. Step number 4, they need to redefine what success looks like on their terms. This is so important because in American culture, we look at success being a big house, a nice car, those sorts of things. But what would success look like on their terms? What would it mean to them? For a lot of Gen Z, they see time as freedom. They see autonomy as freedom. They see purpose as freedom. But again, they have to come up with those definitions on their own. And when they can define it, they'll stop chasing what doesn't fit. So step number 5 is to encourage one small step. It just has to be in alignment with them. It doesn't have to be anything big because they don't need a perfect plan. But they do need to start going outside their comfort zone. So maybe they take a class that they've always wanted to do. Maybe they, take up rock climbing. Maybe they take up rowing. There's 1,000 things that they could do. And if it's in alignment with what they really want, they'll feel better about themselves. And the more they do one step, the more that leads to multiple steps being done. This is a step I call messy action. It may not seem like it's going anywhere, but if they can build confidence in one area, if they can build confidence by going outside their comfort zone, they will build confidence in other areas. And that will help them. Step number 6, help them raise their standards. Crisis often comes from tolerating too much for too long. Remind them, settling is optional, and they don't have to earn the right to want more. So I hope you found these tips helpful. I really want you to set up you and your child's relationship for a great 2026. And this is the way you can do it. This is the way you can support them. But if you need additional help, I have a program called You Grad Launchpad, where I coach parents exactly what to say and what to do at each phase to get their adult child out of the quarter life crisis once and for all. So comment parent down below or click the link on my profile. Be happy to set up a time to talk. Remember, they're not broken, they're just misaligned. These tips can help them have a great